Hi everyone, my name is Ivy Macabenta and today I will be discussing on how to handle photos. We'll be looking on how to effectively select, prepare, and present image in layout and publication. This presentation is very relevant because a publication often relies on powerful visuals to convey complex stories and advocates for important cause. But before we discuss the how on how we can handle the photos, let's quickly discuss the why. Why do image matter in print? So it matters because first, they grab our attention and break up text. Also, they convey complex information quickly and universally, meaning they can simplify complex information, making it accessible to a wider audience. And most importantly, a single, well-placed photo can speak volumes. It can tell stories. A good photo can evoke emotions and tell a story in a way that words alone sometimes can tell us. It serves as a universal language. And today, I am very excited to share with you the key principles of handling photos in a print materials, which are essentials for professional printing. This includes quality over quantity, authenticity and impact, and technical mastery. First, we have make photos big. Big photos shows details and catch more attention. The size of a photo commands attention and establish visual hierarchy to our audience. And if possible, we are highly encouraged to use a full page image for maximum impact. This will create a powerful emotional or aesthetic statement right at the start or at the end of our publication. They demand to be noticed. Next is don't use too many photos. Why? It can be distracting. Instead, what you can do is focus or choose photos that augment your message and don't just add them to fill in. Also, put them where they will most likely catch reader's eye or attention. Don't lump them or post or put them at the end of the document, especially if you think or you believe it supports your message. There's always a chance that someone will not look through the whole documents and skip the last few pages. Next, one compelling image is more effective than many average photos, so just choose the best one. And lastly, a cluttered layout dilutes a photo's impact. So layout is very important as well. Remember, our goal is to enhance the message, not to bury it. Next is don't use bad photos. Just because you don't have anything better, it does not mean you should use a bad one. A bad photo will detract from your message and reflect poorly on your publication or your message. If if you don't have a good photo, better yet, plan a photo shoot or find a high quality alternative. But if you choose to make a photo shoot, always remember to take several shots so you have plenty to choose from. Next is avoid photographic cliches. Expressionless ID photos or mugshots that stare at you from the page, or a picture of people shaking hands or a person pointing to a blackboard are overused and quite boring. Your photo should tell a story, not just be a placeholder. They should be lively and authentic. So what you can do is to show a person doing something more interesting, or instead, or a person in his or her action. Next is crop distracting details. So what you can do, first review your photos and decide what you really want to show or what you want to achieve. and then crop distracting backgrounds or element, just like what the illustration shows on the side. This technique focuses the viewer's attention and makes the photo more impactful. Next is whenever possible, show a person in action. This is also in connection with the previous slide, avoid the photographic cliche. You should always strive to show a person or a people in action. Capture genuine, candid moments of people working, interacting, or engaging with the world. Or just like what Carlo Yulo here is doing. This approach makes your subject feel human and real, fostering a more authentic connection with the audience. And always remember that your photo should show people doing something interesting, not just posing. Next is don't crowd too many people in a photo. This makes the photo lose a lot of details and will only tend to distract the readers. Instead, what you can do is to focus on a small number of subjects to tell a clearer story. Always remember that a crowded photo can be visually overwhelming and hard to read. However, if you really need a group shot, ensure to focus on a specific interaction or detail rather than just showing a large group of people or large crowd. Next is sequence photo. Sometimes it's useful to show a sequence of photos to heighten interest than single photos. A photo series can tell a step-by-step story or a show. And this techniques provides a comprehensive visual records and keeps the audience engaged. Remember, by using series of image, you can show a process, a transformation, or even a cause and effect relationship. Next, don't cut photos into odd shapes, just like what we had here in our illustration. Cutting photos into different shape is more distracting than helpful. It often looks unprofessional and can distort from the visual message. Instead, what you can do is to stick to a rectangular or shape formats to ensure the focus is on the content of the photo. And last but not the least, this is a very crucial one but often overlooked. Be extremely careful when flipping photos. Sometimes when you hand your photos over a printer, it can flip the photo in the final printing. So it can be embarrassing when pictures turn up with wrong mirror image. It can sometimes affect the continuity of the photo, or sometimes the photo just don't make sense at all. Like for example, a word spelled backwards or a right-handed person suddenly appearing left-handed. And in connection with development communication, flipping a photo can also reverse the natural flow of actions or be culturally inappropriate, especially in a context where directions matters. So again, be extra careful and review image before printing. And that's the end of my presentation. I hope you were able to learn and get something from my discussion. And to summarize, the best print materials are intentional. It is always important to use image that are high quality, authentic, and technically prepared for print. Image as universal language should tell us stories and can communicate with the readers on their own special way. And lastly, this presentation clearly shows us that visuals are not just a garnish. They play a very critical role, especially in our message, because photos can build trust, can evoke empathy, and drive action. Once again, this is Ivy Macabenta from Section C. Thank you everyone for listening.